Welcome to Inogwen Empowerment. Welcome to Inogwen Empowerment. My name is Maxi Mohalia. I run Inogwen Insurance Agency. We just want to interact on last expenses policy because in the recent past, people are getting fatigued with giving out finances, or, death has become so close to us. Many of our family members are passing on, many of our friends are passing on. And I thought it is important for us to look at a policy, an insurance policy that helps us, or that lifts the burden off our shoulders when a time comes and we have lost a loved one. In the African society, many of us think that talking about death is a taboo, but death is with us. And one time you will die and I will die. But the question is, at the time when I pass on, when my loved one passes on, do I want to mourn twice? That is, mourn the loss of my loved one and also mourn the financial depression that I will have gone through? Or would I want to celebrate as I mourn my loved one? Or would I want my family to celebrate as they mourn me? They are not stressed because they had to cough out a lot of money towards my burial or towards your funeral expenses. When we say we are transferring risk, it is important for us also to understand that there are some risks that are inevitable. It may take a day, it may take years before any of us passes on. Only God knows when that will be. But it is always good because we don't know the day, the hour, the time that any of us will pass on. It is good for us to prepare, and even to prepare for our loved ones by taking an insurance policy that covers funeral expenses. When we talk about the funeral expenses, it does not mean that it will cover every nitty-gritty detail unless you have taken cover that is sufficient enough to cover that. You can take a policy that covers 50,000, 100,000, 150, 200, 300, 500,000, depending on how much you are able to pay in terms of the annual premiums, and also depending on what you want covered. Is it a group that you are bringing on board, or is it individual? Because both of those covers, if it is group, there is a limit on the amount to be paid. When it is an individual, there is also limits to the amount of cover. Talk to us at Inogwen Insurance Agency, or leave your comment in our comment box, or engage us for more details on the last expenses policy. Do not allow yourself to mourn twice, losing your family member and losing your money. Or I wouldn't want my family to mourn twice, losing me and losing finances on preparation for my funeral. It is good for them to remember just the last sweet moments that we had together, or for me to remember the last sweet moments that we had with my family, than to remember how much it costed us to be able to meet the funeral of our loved ones. It is important to transfer that burden to the insurance company. With as little as 2,000 per person, depending on which cover we are looking at, to as much as 50,000 per person, 15,000 per person, we can be able to rest assured that at our time, things will work out good for our send-off. And remember, for accidental death, there is no waiting period. But for normal death or sickness, there is a waiting period of between 3 months and 6 months before any claim can be lodged. Meaning that if I passed on and naturally, or as a result of an ailment, within the first 1 month, then this cover will not be effected. But if I passed on after the 6 months or the 3 months, based on the company that we place you in, and also the limit of cover and the group that we are talking about, or if you are an individual, then at such a time we will be able to tell you at how much you are eligible to join. Cover is for 0 years to 75 years, and for parents and parents-in-laws, whom you can still cover. The limit is between, many companies are giving us a maximum of 80 years. When Corona struck, it interfered with the terms of the policies, because a number of policies, it was unlimited for parents on the age, for parents and parents-in-law. But after the coronavirus hit us hard as a pandemic globally, the terms had to change. That the limit is up. Most companies are up to 80 years, but I can be able to renegotiate with some companies that I deal with on that particular aspect of the age limit. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Remember to like and to share. And more than that, engage us for this kind of a policy, that is the last expense policy, and any other policy that you would like us to handle on your behalf. We are always ready to be at your service. God bless you so much. My name is Maxi, and I'm glad that you have been there to listen to me. God bless you. Thank you.